Very good morning, children. In today's session, we are going to continue with recursion. In today's session, we are going to discuss some more recursive programs in Python. So, before we get into it, we will quickly recall whatever we have discussed so far, and then what is recursion in Python. Okay, so what is recursion? Recursion occurs when a function calls itself. Okay, when a function calls itself, that is called as a recursive function. It is used as a form of repetition. Okay, repetition, repeating the same task that does not involve iteration. So iteration statements, your for loop and then while loop, or iteration statements. So what are all the programs, almost all the programs, whatever you can do with iteration, you can do it with recursion. Okay, so here in recursion, without iteration we are doing the task. Okay, so and then recursive definition. So here definition means the body, the actual definition of the particular function, right? Okay, a recursive definition is a definition that is made in terms of smaller version of itself. Smaller version of itself. Say for example, compute of sum of number. Okay, so inside that sum of number you are writing sum of n minus 1, right? Okay, so that is a smaller version of itself. That is what a recursive definition, that is how we will write this recursive definition. And every recursive function must have at least two cases. What are all those cases? A base case and a recursive case. Okay, so while we talk about base case, we need to understand that the base case in a recursive program must be reachable. So whatever the argument that you are passing, at one point in time it should meet the base case, only then it will stop executing the recursive code and then it will come out of the program. Otherwise it will go for a infinite loop. Okay, a recursive function consists of one or more base cases. That is also we have already discussed. Okay, you can have any number of base cases, but the point is you need to have at least one base case and a general recursive case. So what is a base case? Base case, it is also you can also understand that as a stopping case. That is the which stops you in repeating the same task again. Okay, so it is a small problem that we know how to solve, and it is the case that causes recursion to end. Okay, you must know the answer and which causes the recursion to end. That is called as your base case, and it is always required. It is a mandatory code. Okay, and the recursive case, it is also known as inductive case. So it is the more general case of the problem we are trying to solve using a recursive call to same function. Okay, so this is what we have already learned about it. Okay, so let us get into understanding more programs using recursion. So let us discuss our first program. So the first program, it is a program to show the use of recursion in calculation of power, that is a to the power of b. Okay, I am going to write a program. So a to the power of b. So for example, if you want to find the 5 to the power of 3 means, what you are supposed to do? You have to multiply 5 3 times. So how you can write a recursive function? So 5 multiplied by, the power should be reduced by 1. So you have to call the function with reduced power. That is what you have to do it, right? So when the power becomes 0, you have to return the value as 1. Okay, that is the base case. That is how you have to come up with the solution. Once you have given a problem, so you have to find out what is the problem and how you can write it using a recursive function. That is how you have to think. Okay, so this is the program def power of a comma b. So what I need to check, if b equal to 0. So here a is base and b is a power. Okay, so if b value is 0, then return the value as 1. Okay, so anything to the power 0, when it reaches 0, then you have to stop multiplying. Okay, so otherwise return a star power of a comma b minus 1. That is, so 5 comma 3 means 5 into power of 5 comma 2. That is, you have to multiply it 2 times. Okay, so this is your recursive program. Okay, So now look at the main program. Enter only positive numbers below. Okay, so number int of input, you are reading the base value and then you are reading the power value, and then you are calling the function result is equal to power of num comma p, right? Okay, so and then when you do that, it will call the function with the value, and then as long as you give only positive numbers, there won't be any problem. But the problem will occur when you use a negative number. Okay, you just imagine if suppose for the input p I have entered a negative value. Okay, so what will happen? So negative value, it is not possible. I just wanted to find the power as a positive integer only. So in that case, if you give a negative integer, your recursive function or the main program does not have any case to check that condition. Okay, so how will you must address that issue. Okay, so here the condition I have given is b is equal to 0. So when you have the negative number, you don't have it will this particular condition, it will not reach at all. Do you understand? Okay, so the base case whatever you have written, that must be reachable. So if it is not reachable, then again if you give the negative number, it will go for a infinite case, right? Okay, so to avoid that, what you supposed to do it, you have to rewrite the program. So using a that is whatever the case, what are all the worst case, that also should be addressed. Okay, so that is how you have to rewrite the program. Okay, so if there is any negative number, either you have to handle it in your main program, or you must handle it in your function. Okay, so this particular program can be written as, okay, so why I am going to rewrite? So if I give the negative number, okay, this particular condition it will not reach, that is the base case, it will not reach. So if the base case does not reach, then what will happen? It will go for a infinite loop. Okay, so to avoid the infinite loop, you must address what are all the cases. Okay, so now I am going to rewrite my program, so there won't be any change. I don't want to do any change in my recursive program, so I am doing the changes in my main program. So in my main program, if p is less than 0, if it is a negative number, then I am printing the message, print, sorry, the negative power not allowed. Okay, so I am passing that information. Otherwise, so result is equal to power of num comma p. Okay, otherwise, so only if it is a positive number, you are initiating the function call, right? Okay, so this is your first recursive program to calculate a to the power of b, right?